Clara. What are you two doing in here? Oh, Danny, we are rehearsing a play, yes. It's a school play. Oh, for fuck's sake, Clara. It's called Put That Thing Back Where I Came From, also help me. It's a musical. Put that thing back where I came from, also help me. Put that thing back where I came from, you guys. Put that thing back where I came from, or I'll poke myself in the eyes. As you can see, it's a work in progress. What are you doing starring in a play? Shut up, PE! Hello, my fellow Whovians and subscribers, and welcome to my latest Doctor Who review, where today I review The Caretaker, starring Peter Capaldi as the 12th Doctor. Hello, I apologise for the delay with this review. I know it's been a long time since my last review for Doctor Who, about a good couple of months. I've had a lot going on in my personal life, and I've been making a film, so I've been finishing that, as I've mentioned in my posts. I've been making a James Bond parody film, which is on my other channel, Payjack Productions. It's called 50 Slices of Bonding, so if you are a Bond fan, then go and check that out. But now that that's finished, I have decided to continue my Doctor Who reviews, as I've had a long break from Doctor Who. I just needed some time out. I don't know why, I was suffering burnout from Doctor Who. I just needed a bit of time to forget about it. But now that I'm back, let's continue, shall we? So, this is the 6th episode of Series 8 of the new series, and the plot is as follows. The Doctor's decision to use Clara's school as the centre of a trap for a wild Skovox blitzer results in revelations in her personal life. Meanwhile, the Doctor's mechanical quarry, which has enough firepower to decimate entire planets, is running amok in the halls of Coal Hill. So, The Caretaker. Now, this particular episode, I have to admit, it was alright. Yeah, I wasn't a huge fan of this one. It was perfectly okay, you know, like it had some fun moments to it, but it ultimately came across as kind of a filler episode. Not much really happens in this story. It's mainly a character piece between the Doctor, Clara, and Danny. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, but it does mean that the villain of the story, the robot, the Skovox Blitzer, literally has no development. It has nothing of interest to speak about. I couldn't really tell you a single thing about it, to be honest, because they don't devote any time to it, and it just shows up every so often when it needs to. The story is more focused on the drama, which is not a bad thing again, but it does mean that the script kind of feels flat in a lot of areas. It's just not the most exciting story in the world. It feels kind of slow and kind of meandering. There's not a huge amount going on. Everything's set in the school, so it's not the most exciting lot of locations as well. And the drama between the Doctor and Danny and Clara, it gets a little repetitive and a little mundane as the story goes on. I think this is Samuel Anderson's best performance as Danny Pink. I do think he is quite good in the story, and I like that his relationship with Clara is being tested when he discovers the truth about the Doctor and why Clara is always in a state when he sees her. And this is really much a Danny-Clara relationship episode. It's really much focused on that. That is the kind of centerpiece of it. So Peter Capaldi does feel a little bit sidelined in his own story, unfortunately. That's just the way I see it. But that being said, Peter Capaldi probably gives his funniest performance yet. I've always said that I've never found Capaldi's Doctor that funny, because the comedy feels like it was written for Matt Smith. On this occasion, I did actually laugh quite a few times when he keeps calling Danny a PE teacher, and all of the little one-liners that he throws in here and there are quite dry and are quite witty. He is actually quite funny in this story, I won't lie, and I think that there's some lovely moments of friendship between the Doctor and Clara. because initially the Doctor thinks that Clara is dating someone else, and then he gives his seal of approval to her and this other guy, and she hugs it out, and they they have some lovely moments of friendship. And I think Jenna Coleman's really good as Clara as well. Again, it's kind of repetitive how she has to keep having to lie to everybody to keep up pretenses about the Doctor being an alien and everything, and trying to manage her double life. Like the episode opens with her living two different lives, and there's a moment where she's stressed and she's like saying, "Oh, I can't do this anymore, I can't keep doing this," and she's like, "No, it's fine, we can do this." And I actually for the first time thought that there was some nice chemistry between her and Danny Pink. But I think for what this story is, it is quite nice, and I like that there are personal elements to the drama in this story. But there's just not really anything that happens. The climax of the story is very dull. The climax of this story is completely weightless. Not much happens. The final confrontation with the robot, the Skorvax Blitzer, it's boring. It's dull. There's nothing that goes on, and it feels like they just literally threw that in at the end because they were more focused on the character stuff. And again, character stuff is great. I like the character stuff, but this is a Doctor Who episode. We need some excitement, we need some thrills, we need some action, and that was what was really lacking in this story. It's just too slow, and I think that, honestly, it really needed a rewrite. I think it could have benefited from another rewrite. But that being said, the performances are all good, and there's a nice, chemistry between the three leads in the story. But I can't help but feel like this particular story just doesn't really add a lot to the main series. I mean, there is that scene at the end where the policeman who was killed by the Skorvax Blitzer wakes up and he's being interviewed by that guy in the white suit, and then we see the shot of, well, Michelle Gomez, or Missy. Obviously, we don't know at this point she is the Master, but still, other than that tease, there's not really a lot that this story offers. Again, a couple of laughs, and it's a light romp, I guess. It's pretty easy to watch. It's not particularly complicated. But why is this robot wanting to destroy the world? No idea. Couldn't tell you. Also, Murray Gold's soundtrack is good, of course. Murray's music has never really disappointed. And again, great performances, great acting, some funny moments. But other than that, none point, as far as I'm concerned. So, as for my final rating for The Caretaker, I am going to rate this story a 6 out of 10. Yeah, it's harmless, but it's hardly the most compelling story in this series. So anyway, thank you very much for watching this review. What did you think of this story? Please comment down below, let me know, and please hit the like and subscribe button, and stay tuned next time when I review Kill the Moon. So until then, thank you very much all for watching, and as always, I'm Mr. TARDIS11. See ya. Bye for now.